Today in this particular video section I will be showing you an example of accordion. So what accordion basically means is that something which is being kept open in my Edge Explorer. So it is something like we will be having some content, and whenever we are clicking on that content, the display of that content would be shown, and whenever we are clicking on that content one more time, it would be hidden. And that's a toggle case behavior. So toggle case means on clicking it would be shown, and on clicking again it would be hidden. So this is something which we call in our HTML CSS world as accordion example. Now I'll be developing this particular example all the way from the scratch, from the grassroots level, and I will be trying to make a logical meaning out of the code which I'll be writing in my Visual Studio Code from the scratch, and I'll be trying to make my level of understanding match with the level of understanding of with yours, so that you can code along with me and can develop your own accordion in your own laptop or your own PC. So without making further ado, let me open a Visual Studio Code and let's start on with the coding. So in our Visual Studio Code, as you all know that, let's me close this section of accordion which I had practiced earlier, and after getting success with my practice, I'm making this video tutorial. So I'll be naming this session as accordion example, and it will be of HTML file. So I'll be, as you all know that, in our Visual Studio Code you can simply type up exclamatory sign followed by an enter to generate a boilerplate code, and as it all says that this is a doc type of HTML. The declaration in the first line says that this is a HTML type document, and the character encoding is of UTF-8. So this tutorial is not about how the HTML structure works and how the HTML is. You can find it in many videos out there in the internet. So I am here to discuss about my accordion example. So we will be having an h1. So first of all we will be having an h1 tag, and inside this h1 tag we will be declaring that this one is the example of accordion. This one is my h1, and then we will be having a class of accordion. This is a container, and inside this container we will be having two things. We'll be having an accordion item, and that item will be having two of the things. One is the title and another is the content. So we'll be having accordion, and it will be having an accordion item, and that item will be having two things. There is the title and the content. So accordion title, and apart from having an accordion title, it will be having an accordion content. So accordion content. So that's the two things inside this container. So this content will be something like dummy text, lorem 40 maybe, and I'll be going to the view and selecting this word wrap option. So in the title section we'll be having that accordion example accordion title 1, and we'll be making this particular content, and we'll be making a couple of copies. So Ctrl C, let's copy it one more time, Ctrl V, and this time we'll be changing from the title 1 to title 2. We'll be making another copy of this particular section. We'll be giving it Ctrl V, and we'll be changing from title 1 to title so 1 2 3, this will be title 3. Fine. So we'll be having another one, so title 4. So inside this one will be title 4. Fine. So now let's save the file, and before applying any CSS, let's see how the structure of my program looks in the editor, in the browser. So now we'll be making some small changes, and I will be reflecting that in my browser, in the browser. So first of all, let's change this particular h1 tag. Let's change the font family of it. So we'll be declaring some styles within here in the head section. So we can change the document name to maybe accordion, accordion. Fine. Let's save the file, and from the document it has changed to accordion, and now we'll be declaring the style section. So we'll be having style, and we'll be having h1 having a style of font family. So we'll be moving into the notepad, and we'll be searching for some font, some weird looking fonts. Let's search for it, some weird looking font, so that it is boldly, so that it is you can boldly recognize that some font has been applied. Okay, so maybe which one to choose from? There are so many fonts. How about selecting this one, Gigi? Let's copy this particular section, copy, and let's move to let's move to our Visual Studio Code and paste it in here. Control S to save the file, and this is how Gigi looks. Now it's time to change for the accordion section, to make some changes to the accordions. That is the body of the containers. So in general, we'll be having that accordion will be having a font family of. We'll be again moving to the notepad and we'll be searching for some fonts which looks nice. So font, let's search for some font, maybe Hightower, Holland Lens. There are so many fonts out there. So Footlight Empty, how does it look? This looks like this one, like italicized. How about Curiano? So Curiano about bold, it looks something like this, something like Consolas. I generally use Consolas and Constantinia. I found those two fonts in my while working with MS Word. So there is something like Cambria. It is also present in. So there is Castellar, and there is Consola, Centua, Central Gothic, Colonna MT, Comic Sans. How about Comic Sans? Let's select this, or maybe Consolas. Yeah, Consolas looks like this. So I'll be copying this particular piece of code, copy, and I'll be moving into this font family and we'll be giving it a color of Consolas, and we'll be having a width, width of 450 px, and let's see how it looks now. After that we'll be making some more changes. Let's select this particular Control S, save the file. So this is how it looks if you apply the style of Consolas. Now we'll be changing the style of the title as well, that is this accordion title 1. So what we'll be saying that accordion title will be having some other kind of effects, that is it will be having, say suppose, a color. So color is the color of the font. So maybe I will be giving it the font color will be something like maybe aquamarine. No, aquamarine, I will be giving it a background of green, so maybe it will be black. Let's keep it simple, black, or maybe yellow. That will be more yellow. Yeah, fine. So then we'll be having a background of, let's first of all select the green, and later on we will be changing the green to a lighter shade of green. So I'll be having a very light shade of green. That's it. Let's keep it that way. So that's the background, and we'll be having some padding of 10 px. That's 10 px, and apart from that we will be changing the cursor to pointer. So the cursor spelling is a mistake, so cursor to pointer. Fine. And will be okay, let's keep it this way. Let's save the file and see how it looks. So this looks like something like this. So there is no font family that has been applied to the title, so I'll be having a font family also. So font family will be something, again I will be moving into the notepad and we'll be searching for some font, digging in some. So chiller is something like, it looks scary one, not something like skiller, something more subtle, or maybe which one to select from, Gaudi, Stout, Hello Solid. How about this one? How about Haddington? Yeah, let's see this, select this one, Haddington, and let's Control C, copy this particular section and change it to here, font family, Control V, and then save the file, Control S. Yeah, that's how Haddington looks. You can change the font weight also, font size also. You can make it a little bit bigger. So I'll be saying that font size is maybe 30 px. How about it? Let's save the file and see how it looks. Yeah, fine. So apart from having this one also, we will be having another thing. We will be having some weird looking symbols at the end of it. So for that reason, for the particular task to achieve, what we will be doing is that we will be saying that dot accordion title, and that accordion title after will be giving it some, say content, and content is something like slash 22b3. So what does the 22b3 means, and how can you get hold of all those stuff? I'll be giving that in the comment section. So I'll be giving it a color of maybe say aqua, and I'll be applying some more like font weight of bold, and we'll be having a float, so it would stay in the right hand side, and apart from that it will be having a margin left and margin right. So margin left is 5px, fine, and margin right, so margin left and margin right, it will be again 5px. Let's save the file and see what changes are. See, this particular icon has come to my this particular this document. So you can I will be pasting in this particular link CSS entities. You can search it in the Google Chrome, and I have found this entity from WC Schools. I will be pasting this particular link in my video which I will be uploading into the YouTube, and you can get hold of all the symbols. So if I had written, so 22b3 is something like this, which is being shown in my Chrome browser, sorry, my Edge Explorer browser. So if I had selected 22b5, so it would look something like, if we had selected instead of b3 we had selected 22b5 and saved the file. And let's move to that Edge browser one more time and let's see how it looks. So this looks something like this. So after giving this all these things, we will be now hiding the this particular this content of this particular this. So these are the titles. So under title there are some content, so we will be hiding this content for now. So we will be saying that accordion and then content, and we will be saying that background, we will be applying some background color, not background color, it will be having a background, Ctrl Z, Z, okay, fine. So we will be having a background of maybe, yeah, blanchy almond, maybe this one. And apart from that it will be having a padding of 10px, and display will be none. That's it. So display will be none means display will only be, it will be shown up after we are applying some JavaScript code to it. So let's save the file and see how it looks. So the content is being hidden. Now comes the main portion, that is constructing your JavaScript. So we'll be having a script tag all the way across to the down in here in this section. So we'll be writing script, and inside this particular script we'll be having a constant. So it's const. We'll be having that is we are working with accordion. So accordion item. These accordion items will be getting hold of all the items. So document dot query selector all, and it will be getting all the, it will be fetching all the items of the dot accordion item. So this accordion item again is having okay, the spelling mistake, the accordion spelling is accordion, and it will be grabbing hold of all the accordion item, and this particular item is having two properties, that is the content and the title. So what we will be doing is that we will be having accordion items dot for each, and inside that for each loop we are picking each item, and that each item, with that each item we will be making some changes. So what I will be saying is that that item is having two properties. So that item is having mainly two things. So one is the constant of title, and that title can be fetched from item dot query selector, yeah, query selector, and it will be from dot accordion title. So this one is the title, and it will be within double quotes, fine. So apart from having so okay, so this dot will be inside here, and this dot is to be removed, fine. So apart from having title, we will be also having const, constant of content. So that content will be taken inside item dot query selector, yeah. So it will be having inside dot accordion content. So we have successfully fetched the two child elements from this item. Now what we will be doing is that we will be having we will be adding a event listener to this title, because whenever we are clicking on title, some effect is being shown. So we will be saying that title dot add event listener, and that event listener name is click. So on click there will be some effects. So what effect is to be displayed is something like this. We will be having a for loop, and it will loop from all the way from var I equals to 0 to I less than accordion items dot length, fine, and I plus plus and then we'll be having accordion items of I dot class list dot remove the if it is not that item. So for file, okay, so for we are leaving it, okay, so inside this we'll be having if that particular item, so accordion items, yeah, accordion items of I, if that I is particularly not equal to that item is not the selected one, then what it will do is that it will be, if that is not the selected one, then it would remove the active content. So that is here it would remove the active one. So what is active, we'll be declaring it, so it will be removing active. But if it is not the scenario, if it is not the selected one, then the active portion would be toggle. So item dot class list and dot toggle, it will toggle which thing, it will toggle the active one. So what is this active, this particular active section? Now we'll be declaring something like that. Here accordion content, here we will be writing something for the code for the active. So we will be saying that dot accordion, then item, and we will be saying dot active, that is the active, and active will be work upon accordion content, and it will be simply saying that display equals to block. So let also check, okay, display equal to block. Let me save the file and see if the changes are being reflected in my program. Okay, so no reflection is there in my program. Fine. So accordion item active, accordion item content, fine. There are some errors in my code, I think. Let me check it out. Content. So what we are doing is that constant accordion items equal to document or query selector all accordion item. Accordion item, fine, dot, okay, fine. So accordion items dot for each item, constant title equal to item dot query selector, it is the title and this is the content. Title dot add event listener click, accordion items dot length, if accordion items of I is not equal to item, accordion items of I dot classes would remove active, and else item dot class list dot toggle active. Yeah, the code looks okay. So there are no semicolons in here. There will be a semicolon in here and there will be a semicolon in here, and let me save the file and let's, yeah, it's still not working. So this one is the accordion example. So let me open up with live server one more time. No, it's not working. Okay, so what might be the case? Let me check out my code. Okay, so if else script, there are some error with view problems. Okay, so here should be a this one. Now let me save the file and let's hope for the best. Yeah, it worked. Fine. So it's a pretty complicated, I mean, so here we are doing is that we are first of all, we are inside this constant, we are accordion items, we are taking all of the items. Now this item is having two of the things inside it. One is the title and another one is the content. So this title is again having an event listener of click, and it is looping all the way to the length, that is from 1 to 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So indexing starts from 0. And if item of I is not equals to item, that is if it is not the selected one, if it is not the selected one, then the other what class list dot remove means the other are getting void of their active section. So active is being taken off. So that means they are, those are hidden. Now in the else section we are saying that item dot class list dot toggle. Inside that toggle means it will be showing active and then it will be hiding. So this is the code for the accordion. I'll be, yeah, that will be, I think that will be a more handy one for you guys if you could get hold of this particular code. So I'll be giving you the link of this particular two inside. So the video which I'm uploading to my YouTube, I'll be giving this WC schools links from the CSS entities, and for this particular code which I have developed accordion, I'll be giving a GitHub link as well for you guys to code along with me. So let me know in the comment section how you like the video, and throw some comment, give some like, subscribe to my channel. Basically what it does is that it motivates me to make more of such videos in the future and share coding along with you guys. So this was all for this particular video. Hope you have liked it, and till then, for the next video, happy coding.